Welcome to the podcast where my guests and I talk about anything and everything from sports, relationships, politics, movies to TV shows, current events, and conspiracy theories. No topic is ever off limits, and it's always uncensored. I'm Ben Borges, and this is Man Chatter. Bam. We are back, bitches. I know it's been a minute. What's it been, John? Like 4 days, bro?
Yeah, 4 days. 4 days. We're trying to keep it on a consistent schedule. We'll see.
Yeah. Yesterday, I'm gonna clean my bitch room, and I got off work too late. I was tired of shit. I didn't feel good. I had zero energy in my body. I was like, if we did this podcast, I might fuck around and like not bring the energy and not bring, and just kind of fall asleep because you could start ranting again about fucking millennials and shit. All right, man. Let's just jump right into this shit. So we'll talk about the Dwyane Wade stuff in a minute. Now, you went through a major surgery here recently, right?
Is it major?
Yeah, no, we're gonna go right in. So I was gonna make a joke, but seeing as I thought of what the next topic was gonna be, I'm not gonna make that joke, right? So your wife decided to give you your balls back, and you decided to cut them, right? This is how it works. Listen, we're both married men. Let's just call it what it is. They give us the balls when they decide it's okay, right? It's asking for permission to get your own balls. So, what was that procedure? I know. Listen, we've talked about it, but let's just put it out in the airwaves because we keep this podcast 100 and uncensored. Tell me what that process and procedure was like, bro. Because I actually have some friends that are thinking about doing it. Besides
the big V. The big V. Look, man.
You would call it the big V.
First, my first mistake was I went through
calling it the big V. Yeah, that was your first mistake.
All right. Only because I have 1 year left of my 5 years. Like after you get out, if you've been deployed, you have 5 years of free medical with the VA. And I'm just now starting the process of I have to start the process. I already put in a claim to submit my paperwork. I got to get there, but I still have like 8-9 months left of my free. And I said, you know what? Let me get this taken care of now because I don't feel like paying for it. So, I set it up in November. They called me. They said, you're good for February. So they called me Friday. And Friday they said, all right, you're still good for Monday. Any questions? And everything was pretty straightforward, right? So it's going to be a 20-minute procedure. You come in. You don't even need someone to drive you because they use a local anesthetic, right? Yeah. It's like, all right, cool. I made my wife wake up and drive me there anyway. Or I drove there and then she drove back. But here's the truth, right? It's a lot easier for me to go through a procedure like that than for my spouse to go through that. Just like you or any other husband, it's easier for a guy to go through something like that than to ask their wife to go through something invasive. So to me, it was kind of an easy call because we actually had, of course, yeah. So I went there, and I don't know how many nurses came in. They're like, "Hey, you have any questions? All right, just hang tight." And then another nurse came in, follow-up questions. Yeah, hang tight, right? I like the terminology. Yeah, at least they didn't come in there and be like, "Hey, how's it hanging?" So I explained it to me. They're like, "All right." They wheeled me out to the operating room, I guess. I mean, right. So they wheeled me out there. I get set up. They put the cover to cover me from the sterilized area, right? Because they're gonna cut my balls on either side pretty much. Yeah. And they start doing their thing. And then, the nurse is talking to me while the doctors are going through their process. And it's funny because I've had one minor, I had PRK where it was also, it's like LASIK, right? But yeah. PRK, it's the same thing. They just put some numbing drops. I think they gave me some Vicodin beforehand to kind of chill you out. And then they put numbing drops and they fucking spread your eye open. It looks like some crazy science fiction movie shit. And then you're watching this thing come down on your eye and then start scrubbing it off. but still, you're awake for that whole thing while they're scrubbing off that membrane. It's kind of freaky. So same thing, you're awake for this, and the nurse is telling you, hey, you're gonna feel, you know, I'm gonna let you know when they're about to like put the local anesthetic when the needle's getting close to you, so you can brace yourself. So you feel it, and it's a little pressure. It's nothing that, I mean, it's uncomfortable, but it's nothing. I've had blood drawn before. I wouldn't say it's much worse than that. Or, you know, I had a shot, so it's not that bad. So I'm like, all right, I feel it. It's all right. We're good. And then he's letting me know, okay, they're going to start the procedure. All right. Because he's like kind of walking me through this. I can't see what's going on. And, bro, these bastards did not use enough local anesthetic, because they go in, and I swear to God, it's a good thing they had the sharpest motherfucking scalpel, but I felt it. And they put a seatbelt on you, like this old school American Airlines seatbelt. They strap you down and shit, and I'm strapped on, and then like my back arches like, ah! And he's like, are you feeling pressure? I'm like, no, I feel a knife. It's sharp. And then I hear the doctors are like, and all I hear is more local anesthetic, more anesthetic, more anesthetic. Yeah, you guys fucked up. You were. Yeah. And so, you know, they add more anesthetic. They start doing their thing. I hear them like clipping stuff, but I don't feel anything. So I'm like, okay, that's good. They added enough. They move on to the right side, and he's doing the play-by-play. You know, he's Troy Aikman or whatever. He's doing his Troy Aikman play-by-play. And he's like, got to the right side. You got it. Huh? Yeah.
He's no Tony Romo. He's Troy Aikman. Tony Romo would have known. Tony Romo would have known more anesthetic. There's never enough anesthetic. I feel like you're about to get your balls cut.
I know. Just give it all. Just give me all the anesthetic, dude. And they did the same thing on the right side. He's like, all right, here comes the needle. I'm like, all right, it's good. And then they start cutting, and I feel like not like a sharp knife. I feel more like a pinch.
Right.
It's a bit painful, but, you know, they did a little better. But so I was like, yeah, go ahead and put more anesthetic. I feel it for sure. But that first one, I felt like I was going to jump out of that fucking operating table, because it was it was painful. Yeah. I was like, dude, like, you looked at my charts, man. Like, you took my vitals. I'm like 119 over 79. My heart rate is below 60. Like, just give me all the drugs. Just pump me full of fucking anesthetic. I don't care if I don't feel my balls for like 3 days from now. Just pump me full of anesthetic. I don't want to feel the damn scalpel.
So as you know, like, I treat patients with kidney stones, right? So sometimes, like, they'll do multiple procedures since the patient's already asleep. Like for guys that don't want the local anesthetic because they're too afraid or whatever.
Yeah.
So they'll have the procedure. So they'll have the vasectomy during, like, after the case. Like, after I'm done treating a stone, they're like, oh, they're gonna get a vasectomy too. They're already under general anesthesia. Boom, they take care of it, right? So I've seen it done, right? Like, I've seen what it looks like. It's, dude, like, it's no fun, bro. So they cut you open. They get out this little, like, not little thing, but like, they get out of the vas deferens, and then they cut it and they cauterize it.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you ever want to flip it, they'll cut off with the part that they cauterize and stitch it back together, and shit'll flow again. Right? It's just basically a detour. It's basically like all that stuff goes to a dead end.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. Listen, man, congratulations to you. Obviously, I was joking with you about, you know what I mean? First of all, your wife with the blow kissing with you, I was like, this guy's high. I thought you straight up sent me that text like, this motherfucker's a little bit, he's really feeling this shit right now. He really went through the change.
No, that was why. She said she had my phone. I said, yeah, and then she's like, oh, this kid. I'm like, yeah, just send it to him. Let's see what he does. Yeah. And then you didn't respond. I'm like, I think he's freaking out right now. I think this dude is thinking I'm gonna kill this dude.
I know. I just thought, I was like, oh, he's probably just high. You know what I mean? Probably didn't know what emoji you sent. And I know I give you a lot of shit, but like, getting that procedure done, obviously it's a lot easier and smoother than a woman getting like a hysterectomy or anything like that. So we're getting her tube side. So it's, you know what I mean? Congratulations to you for doing that, bro. Because I know a lot of people are like, nah, I'll wait. Or they just stick to the pull-out method. So
they're still purple, bro. Still purple. Damn.
Did you do the trick I told you about the peas?
Yeah, man. I have
that helped?
Peas. I got Ziploc bags full of crushed ice. Like, just constantly, it's still purple.
Yeah, but, you gotta ice them down, bro. You gotta ice them down for the swelling, man.
I don't know how women give birth without without drugs, dude. I felt a small cut, and I already had some local anesthetic, and that shit felt like the end of the world. I don't know how women give birth without drugs. That shit is crazy to me.
Here's the truth about it. Bro, we're bitches. You know what I mean? Like we can't take any kind of pain. Like that's it's proven. It's science. You know what I mean? Like we can't handle that kind of pain.
I knew it was gonna be bad though. I knew it was gonna be bad because one of the doctors was a resident, and I told my wife, I said, "This dude's a fucking resident. I hope they have a physician or like another doctor like overseeing this shit or just." And there was. And he's the one that fucked up. Not the resident, but the guy that's got more experience is the one that didn't give me enough anesthetic in the first place. And they should know better. I was like, dude, if you played sports and someone like nut tapped you to fuck around and like that shit hurts. It doesn't take a lot. You're gonna take a scalpel to my nuts and not put enough anesthetic? Are you crazy?
Like, who made the decision what's enough and what's under enough? Like, first of all, if you're a man, you should know more always, right? Like, it can never have enough. It'll be enough for a couple weeks. Who gives a shit? Let me not feel this at all.
Yeah, but I mean, you're in the medical field, so I'm sure they don't want they want to be cautious and not give someone too much drugs or anesthetic or whatever because of liability and protection, and they'd rather me say, "Oh shit, it hurts, give me more," than overdoing it. You know, I'm sure it's a liability thing, but I didn't appreciate it.
Definitely, but I mean, but again, like you should know. You take those parameters, like the patient. Well, with local anesthetic, I'm not as clear on because I do general. You know what I mean? Like when my patients will go directly to sleep. Sometimes I do like sedation, but you know what I mean. So they'll be in like that fentanyl, like like daylight or whatever. So it varies. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So I don't know, man. I mean, shit. I don't gotta worry about. I ain't doing that shit. Like it's not happening. I mean, if I had to, I would, but. I would definitely take that procedure over like my wife doing anything, because that's a serious surgery, bro. Like that shit's insane. Like the recovery is different. Now women are 100% way tougher than us, man. Like it's not even debatable with that type of shit. Like we get sick. Like dude, do you get like the man flu? Does your wife get on you about that, or you're like one of the few men that like gets sick and is totally fine? I'll just push through it. Do you become a total bitch? I feel like I should ask your wife this. I feel like you're gonna lie.
You ask her if you want to. Hey, baby, Ben's got a question for you. Yeah, I don't think she's going to come on the podcast, but but she gets on my case because she's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I'll get sick, and I don't. I think this was the first year I took the flu shot in like 3 or 4 years since I left the army, because when you're in the army, they gave that shit to you. You didn't have a choice. And in the 1 year I take it, I get sick. But I'll get sick, and she's on my case because I'll be outside or doing stuff. She's like, get your ass inside the house, or like I'll be all right. It's 5 minutes of shoveling snow and clearing the driveway. But I did get pretty sick one time where I was like I just went and we had a spare bedroom and I just went and slept in the spare bedroom by myself away from everybody because I didn't want to like get the whole. That's how sick I got. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take myself out of rotation.
Yeah, tell your wife if she comes on, she's gonna be on camera. So I don't, you know what I mean? Like, so she maybe like just could answer it off. I don't know how your girl is about being, because this is live, right? Like, I don't know how she, you know what I mean? Like, if she's just like got out of work and she's like, "Ah, fuck it," and like in her fuck it clothes, and like, I don't give a shit. But just let her know if she gets on the podcast. But yeah, listen, man. I'm very honest about it. I get angry when I'm sick. I hate being sick, bro. Like I hate it. I absolutely fucking hate being sick because I feel so useless because I have zero energy and I don't want to do anything, and I know there's like shit to do, so like I get angry. I was like, yo man, fuck this. So I get all crabby and I'll sleep in the other room. You know what I mean? It's just because I got 4 bedrooms in this fucking house, so I just choose a bed, and like every bedroom has a bed. You know what I mean? Except for one. I got one bedroom that like. Because the people who used to own this house, like they were going through a divorce. I don't know if I told you the story. So the husband was living on one wing of the house, basically, right? Like on one side of the house. So he took out like the closet. I know, little humble brag. They took out the closet and he turned that into like a kitchenette. Mm-hmm. And he took out the door there. So I got like just like an open space room. So that's like the only room in my house that doesn't have a bedroom. Only other thing I don't like I wish I had a garage because I would have turned that into a gym by now. But
turn one of the damn bedrooms into it. I mean, it's two of you, right?
No, but it's two of us. But we always like she has a big family, so when they come over, they take up all the rooms. We actually need. We're probably gonna put like a queen bunk beds in that room.
Yeah, tell one of them they can sleep under the squat rack or something on the
by the bench. I've thought about it, but all her aunts scare me. So she's got a huge family, bro. Like she's got like 17,000 aunts and cousins and shit. I want to buy a shed and put it in like get a good sized shed and turn that into a gym.
Yeah, man, get your she shed. Treat yourself.
Yeah, that's right. If it gets struck by lightning, I just get it replaced. I got State Farm, baby. State Farm is not a sponsor of this podcast. It just happens to be who I have. But yeah, man, I get terribly sick, bro. Dude, it's not like I don't get sick often. Like I probably get more injured than I do get sick. Like I hurt my back because I hurt my sciatica. You know what I mean, years ago, so that'll like flare up when it wants to. But other than that, like even when that happens, I don't get sick. I know I can't do shit. Dude, when I hurt my sciatica, it's the most pain I've ever felt in my life, man. Like my entire body locked up. And I've had surgeries. You know what I mean? I've had a bunch of different shit. My brother had to help me go to the bathroom. I couldn't get up. Like I couldn't move my legs. Like imagine, you know, like when your legs fall asleep, you know what I mean? From sitting down too long. Imagine that throughout your entire body, but also like your muscles are contracting. God, like it's the worst pain. It's the worst pain. The worst pain I've ever had in my life, man.
Man,
I don't wish that upon.
Yeah, man, I've been lucky. I haven't had any serious injuries. Like I think playing pop water football, I got tackled on a damn sprinkler because the wreck didn't cover it up with those little round plastic caps. And I mean, I had the pad on my lower back, but I was on crutches for like 2 weeks because I bruised my my tailbone. But other than that, like I think in the Army, I rolled an ankle playing soccer pretty bad. That should turn into like the size of a grapefruit. Probably some broken bones in my foot when I ran a marathon. But I've been lucky, man. I've been lucky. The one time where something serious could have happened, go figure. I was doing some white people shit. I was snowboarding in West Virginia. And I hadn't snowboarded in a while. I was comfortable skiing. And but I hadn't snowboarded since I had been in Korea. But I figured let me go give it a shot. And I picked up too much speed. And I was coming up on this little like ramp. I was like, all right, I can jump this. And I did. I got up like 10 feet in the air, but I didn't land it right. I landed on my back and I was done. And that night I woke up and I had no feeling whatsoever in my left arm. I mean, I picked it up like this, and as soon as I let it go, it just dropped on its own. And it was like 2, 3 in the morning when I woke up, and I was shitting bricks. I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now? So it's the same. It went to sleep so bad. So then when you start to get that feeling back from it being so numb, that shit was that's probably some of the worst pain I felt right next to my left nut being cut open. That's about And
your right nut. Both nuts were cut open.
But that one I didn't feel as much. Yeah.
Oh, okay. God, I couldn't even imagine. Yeah, like just thinking about it, like a nut tap hurts so much. I can't imagine like a sharp blade being you know what I mean, being slit through your fucking balls, bro. God, that sounds terrible. Jesus. All right. I don't even know like how to segue away from that. But first of all, let's talk about let's not do white people shit. All right. Let's leave that to Johnny Knoxville and them boys.
Yeah.
There's a reason why you don't see a Jose, a Tyrone on that show at all. It's a bunch of Johnnies and Bams. Right? Like let's just leave it. Let's just leave that shit up to them. Yeah, Is there any Hispanics in the Winter Olympics? You should probably look at that before. I just was wondering.
No, bro.
I don't think so.
They live in tropical climates.
Yeah, but we don't do that. We don't do that ice water shit. Fuck that. Fuck that noise. All right, man. I think this is gonna be the main topic of this podcast, dude, because it's one of the biggest things recently in the, I guess you could call it the news or entertainment or whatever. Dwyane Wade and his daughter, right, Zaya. So if you don't know the story, Dwyane Wade's, I don't know how to say this, man, like, because this is like a thing where like I want to be careful, you know what I mean? How I say this stuff. Like Dwyane Wade was a father of 3 sons, his middle child, I think Zion, right? It was born Zion, and is now living her truth, and decided and talked. Sad Dwyane Wade. I was actually watching a conversation that he was having with Ellen. Is now deciding to has chosen to live her truth, right? And come out as transgender. Was already in the LGBTQ plus community as being gay. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I don't want to. I guess, like, you being a father, right? And we talked about it a little bit before, but I don't like having these conversations before we have the podcast, because I don't want to know. I want to like react instantly, because this is why we do it live, right? React instantly and have that genuine, I mean, reaction to that whole thing.
Right.
So you know everything I know. Like, we've talked about it already. Quickly, what do you think about the whole thing? Like, especially like, because I want to like really dive deep into this shit, because like I don't have any kids. You know what I mean? You have 2 kids. I have friends who have kids. Like, I really want to dive deep into this, like, and like really know, like, because we grew up in a different time, right? Where like gay slurs were rampant. You know what I mean? Like, we said it all the time. It's been less and less part of my vernacular. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I still disrespect you, just, you know what I mean, talking shit. Like, you know what I mean, but we're brothers, is what we do. Like, it's never like any way. Like, if like real shit, like if you ever would have, before you got married, if you would have been like, yo, Ben, I love cock. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Cool, man. But
you know, that's how we grew up, like saying that, right? Like, yo, like something like gay shit. And that doesn't mean that, you know, obviously we know that people are going to feel offended. They're going to feel a certain way because, you know, if someone's gay, they feel like, hey, why just use another word? Like, why do you have to do that? And as kids, we didn't get it. And I mean, I think, like you said, we still talk to each other like that.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm not going to try to defend it, right? Because I've heard comedians and I kind of feel the same way too. Like, when you're growing up and you're talking to your friends and you're like, hey, don't do that gay shit or whatever. Like, you're not trying to demean anyone that's homosexual, right? But obviously, but that's where it comes from somewhere. I mean, and if you're telling someone don't do something gay, then the connotation is that you're calling them a sissy or a wuss or less than a man or weak, and then you know, and so I get it. But like, as kids, you're not actually trying to make fun of someone or demean someone who's gay, who's homosexual. But that's just how we use it. I don't really do that anymore, except probably with you, actually. We grew up kind of giving each other shit. But you know,
we've known each other for almost 25 years.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, so
and my youngest son, that's how he and his friends kind of because I hear him say it, and so I've talked to him about it. And look, I'm not going to come down hard on him to say, hey, like, don't, because I was doing the same thing around his age, and he's not. He's coming from the same place. Like, he's not trying to put anyone down, but as an 11-year-old, he doesn't really understand what that word really means. Like, he knows, you know, gay is homosexual, gay and lesbian and stuff like that, but still, as an 11-year-old, you don't have a full grasp of what it means, of people who are possibly gay or unsure or just, you know, and you say that around them jokingly, not trying to insult them, and they feel uncomfortable and they feel like they can't be themselves. And I grew up we grew up in that era. Like, my stepfather would say some crazy shit, and he would say something like, you know, don't turn out to be like, we'd be driving down, I don't know, going to the beach or something, and you notice, you know, gay people in South Beach or whatever, and don't turn out to be like these. He'd use the Spanish word, or Puerto Rican. He'd be like, esos patos, you know, those guys, right? And I'm like, but they're not. I wouldn't say anything. I'm like, yeah, dude, like, I'm good. I like women. Like, I got a girlfriend. Like, you don't have to, like, every time you see a gay person, you don't have to reiterate like I'm gonna disown you pretty much if you turn out to be gay. Like, all right, dude, like, I get it. You're uncomfortable around gay people, and like, he would make that known around, like, our brothers. I'm like he would just remind all of us, like, hey, you're a man. No. I'm like, yeah, I know. No. You don't have to remind me. And I'm like, and I'm thinking, like, if I were gay, that wouldn't make me any less of a man. But I get it. Like, you wouldn't agree with me. I wouldn't tell you that shit. Now I know that I can't trust in you as my father or my stepfather, but my father.
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes I mess around with Javi like that too, because I've raised Javi to be like open and loving, and I'm really affectionate with him. Some of the things that I probably didn't receive when I was growing up. But sometimes he'll be too much, or he'll like just get too emotional. I'm like, yo, all right, that's too much. Like, so I'm like, hey, not everything is worth crying over, dude. Like, it's okay. I'm not saying that it's not okay to cry, but not everything is worth crying over. Like, and what's crazy is that he doesn't do it out in public. If something bothers him or something upsets him, he's not going to do it. He's comfortable enough to do it around us as family, around me as his dad, and he should. And so, I've said some stuff like, because his mom, you know, we talked about having another baby or having a girl and stuff like that. And bro, when he was like 5, we were at a friend's party, and I stepped out to grab beer or something, and I came back, and the little boys were dressed in freaking princess dresses, because the ladies decided to dress our boys in dresses, and my son and then his friend. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, oh, he's a cute princess, but you know, he's a boy. Let's not put that on him right now. And but so I joke with him. I'm like, I mean, you know, mom wanted a girl. Like, are you sure? Are you sure you're not a girl? And then he'll get pissed at me and he'll hit me. He's like, no. I'm like, hey, I'm just kidding. I'm like, but by the way, like, really, like, I'm just joking. I know you know, you're 11. I mean, you say you don't know, but by 11 you kind of know, right? You feel, you know who you are. You're figuring yourself out as a kid, and And I've told him, I'm like, you know, like, I get it. I know you like girls, but whatever you feel, like, I'm your dad. Like, I have your back, no matter what it is. Don't feel like you can't share something with me. Like, I'm joking with you now, but just like we've always been open with each other, like, I'm here for you. Mom and I are here for you. We love you no matter what. And the fact that, you know, going to Dwyane Wade, that he just recently retired not long ago. So he's still in the mainstream. He's still public eye.
I mean, he hosts he's on TNT. You know what I mean? He's gonna be part of the All-Star game shit. So he's still very much so. I mean, he's one of the top 50 greatest players of all time. He's a Hall of Famer. This isn't like some run-of-the-mill NBA player. I don't know. Pick one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's one of the greatest players that ever played. He's one of the greatest NBA players that ever played, period. He's still in the public eye. He's not some guy that's faded, and he's there. He just left the league. And for him to come out and publicly support his daughter, I mean, that's rare. You would think that it's not rare, even in this day and age, that it shouldn't be rare, because I'm sure parents that are of that like caliber, as far as, you know, being in the public eye, that maybe have kids that feel the same way, but they don't want to publicize it because they don't want to be seen, you know, they don't want to be put in a particular box. So that's good. I mean, that's how it should be. Like, you're a parent, and your daughter or your son, you know, what depends, you know, for, in this case, it's Dwyane Wade's daughter.
Dwyane Wade's daughter.
Yeah. It's that's so, how it should be. And you know, I'm glad. I found out about the story yesterday. I was watching. I don't know if I was watching Pardon the Interruption or Around the Horn or something, and then you sent me the same thing on WhatsApp. As I was watching it, the thing came on. So yeah, I mean, it's awesome that he's out there and that he's kind of advocating for his daughter, as he should be, because you're a parent and you love your kids unconditionally. That's how it should be.
Like, that's one thing. Like, I noticed a lot, and I should have sent you more stuff. Like, there was stuff like I follow like different sports stuff, you know, because on my social medias and shit. Like, if you go down and like read the comments of it, like, it's really weird to me how like people get offended by it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. I don't comprehend that. Like, what he's literally telling you is that he loves his children completely and utterly unconditionally. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? I don't know how that could be so offensive. Like, I don't understand the people who also say like, oh, that the parents are making them this way, or that it's trendy. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. So it's weird, because like, you'll see that, right? Like, oh, he's just doing this because he's washed up in the league. You know what I mean? Like, they'll say all these different shit. I was like, yo, like, think about this for a second, right? Like, So what this child, right, 12 years old, right, is choosing to do is to pick one of the most ostracized and demonized communities in the world, right? They that's what they want to do. Like that's what you're telling me.
That's
like,
how you're gonna get publicity.
At 12 years old, yeah, that's a heck of a publicity stunt. Like I've known that his daughter was I think it was like last year because they had like Miami Pride, and he came out in support of his daughter. He has pictures with his other two sons. You know what I mean? Fully supporting his daughter. And what he's choosing to do is, you know what I mean, and he said it on Ellen, is like to be a voice for her because she's 12, and him and Gabrielle Union are trying to learn, you know what I mean, what it takes, what his daughter needs, and all this stuff, and figure out that support system because life is going to be hard enough, right? And it's not just, and let's be honest, man, like minority communities for the most part are very homophobic, right? Because we're very much so raised. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, and real quick though, that made me, the whole time you were telling me about your stepfather, it made me think of the Joe Rogan joke. You know which one I'm talking about? Let's just, if you complain that much about God, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I'm not saying, but I'm saying, you know what I mean? Like, if you point it out that much, so like it's weird to me, like how people have, and I get it, everybody can have their own opinion on stuff like this, but let's remember that if you're doing that, you're attacking a child, right? This child doesn't choose. I don't think I've said this to him, so I don't know if I could talk about this on the podcast, but I know for a fact people are born, you know what I mean? People are born gay or live or born in the wrong bodies. However, you know what I mean? I've seen it. Like I know I have family members that from birth, like from the first time I saw them, like, yo, okay. Like that actually, till that point, I was like 14 or 15 maybe. Till that point, I had the ignorance of like, oh, people choose, you know what I mean? People choose to be gay. Like people make that choice. Up until I saw him, I was like, okay, like that completely. And I told him, like, it was one of my cousins. Like I told him, like, yo, man, like you honestly woke me up before I knew I was supposed to be awake, type of thing. Like you made me realize that you're born a certain way, like that, you know what I mean? And it doesn't make it any less. It doesn't make it mean any, you know what I mean any less than anything else. Like you're living the way you want to live in the community that's hard to, like there's plenty of people, plenty of men and women that still live in the closet and are suffering quietly because they're afraid to come out to their families and their friends because they don't have the support. For Dwyane Wade, a media person, you know what I mean, a Hall of Famer, to be so public about his support, like I don't, like, it's amazing, but it's also, he's a dad, you know what I mean? Like for me, if I was a dad and my kids, like, okay, of course, like, yeah, we still ride, like, we're, you know what I mean, you're still my son, you're still my daughter, you know what I mean? If it was the opposite way, if it was my daughter transitioning to my son, like, it's okay, like, I'm here to protect you until the day I die. That's the only plan for a parent, right? Like that's it. Try to make this life a little bit. Yes, it's gonna be hard when you leave these doors, but when you're in these doors, you're gonna be fully supported until forever. That's unquestioned. And for other people to attack that, it just doesn't make sense to me, bro. Like it's sickening, man. Like, oh, you're making them do this because you're in Hollywood, and then all the fucking conspiracy theories come out and all this, like,
trying to stay relevant, right?
Yeah, like what the fuck are you trying to stay relevant? What are you talking? You're talking about doing, like, I'll be honest with you, man. Like if this was some like borderline, you know what I mean? Like I would have different questions, right? Like I would be like, even then it wouldn't be, you know what I mean? If somebody, I don't know, like I can't think of like a random ass NBA player. Even then I was like, okay, like my initial reaction would be like, hold up, what? Like this, you know what I mean? If it came out after the fact, like, oh my, I got a gay son too, or I got a gay daughter too. Like how it becomes out would be a different reaction for me. Right. But to support your child, I think that's the most natural thing on earth. Like, yes, there gonna be, I'm asking you, and I could ask anybody who listens to this podcast, feel free to comment or send me a message. Like, it's gonna be hard enough for your children growing up when you're not there, right? Why make it harder for them while you're there and you be the cause of that pain? Like, I don't comprehend that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I don't know. Look, here's the thing, and with millennial parents, right? Right? There's this thing that a lot of millennial parents are doing, or younger parents are doing, where they will raise their, and this I do have a, I don't know if I have an issue. It's just because you can confuse a kid, right? They're raising their kids. Right. It could be their daughter, it could be their son, but they're not. If it's a boy, like they're not going to raise them as a boy. You know what I mean? Or if they're a girl, they're not going to raise them as a girl. Like that doesn't mean if it's a boy, your son can't wear pink. No, but like they'll let them wear dresses. It's just like if it's a boy, dress your son as a boy, unless. And then as he's growing and he shows signs of like, oh, I want to live, I want to be different. Yeah, I want to be different. But the parents that are like kind of like confusing their kids from the beginning, some people have a different view on it, right? They'll say you're not confusing your kid, you're like letting them be free to choose who they are, right? But like at that age, like you're developing, and so like if you're born with a penis or a vagina, then you dress a girl in a dress or however, and your boy, in pants or whatever it is, and then as your kids start to kind of develop and grow into who they're going to become, and
they choose that clothes,
right. You see that they are choosing, okay, well, he's a boy, but maybe he's then at that point, then you're as a parent, like be open and supportive of your kid. But some of these parents are like, no, I'm not gonna raise my son as a boy or a girl. I'm just going to let him pick. I'm like, well, like he can pick as he gets older, but I think you have to give him some guidance at first. Like a 3-year-old isn't going to pick. A 4 or 5-year-old doesn't really know, not yet. Maybe at 9, 10, 11, like you're kind of like establishing your identity as who you're the teenager you're going to become. Then maybe, like as you're going towards your tween and teen years. But some of these parents that like, it's almost like anti-vaxxers, man. I just can't. Again, it seems like it's an attack on like, and it's not an attack on LGBTQ plus, or it's just that some of these parents kind of take it to an extreme with their open-mindedness or, liberal views of sexuality or what gender is or what sex is. And like at some point as a parent, if you have a boy, you have a boy. And then if your son decides or comes out and opens up to you and says, hey, and you notice as a father or mother that, that he's not the quote unquote traditional boy, right? Then if you've been loving and supportive, then they should be comfortable enough to talk to you about it. And you should be supportive enough to say, okay, this is who you are. But as a 4-year-old, or 3-year-old to like just send your boy to school in dresses, or let them pick at that age. They just don't know. And I agree with you that you might be born predisposed to be a certain way. Like if you're gay, you just know it at a certain age, but I just don't think that age is 4 or 5. I think it takes a little bit more development as you're around other kids and you're socializing, and then you begin to get a feel for it.
Yeah, because like there isn't the thing that I guess you have to get out of your head, not you or me, is that you'll be able to tell, right? Like, oh, this kid is clearly gay. You know what I mean? Because that's not true. Like, you know what I mean? There's completely like, because you don't also want to think that like more feminized men are you know what I mean? Are gay or homosexual or want to be, because that's not the reality of it. Like they have different traits. Just like every man has different traits. Like there's things that you're sensitive about. There's things that I'm sensitive about. There's things that you know what I mean, that so on and so forth, because every person is different. Like there's no compact way, there's no box to describe any one person, right? But I think what we also have to get away from is the fact that you don't want to be an overcompensate. Like again, I'm purely speaking like projection away, because again, I don't have kids. Like you don't want to be an overcompensating parent where like make everything okay. You know what I mean? You don't want to force anything upon your kid, and I mean that in any aspect. Like you don't want to make your kid do cheerleading before, you know what I mean? Like before they're able to, because you don't want to destroy their joints. Like you don't want to force one. You show them, you give them the options, right? And whatever they choose is what they choose once they're able to make that choice. But yeah, like dressing a boy up like that's 2 years old or 2 months old and like a dress, like that's a little strange. But I think that's the overcompensation of that parent, because that parent was probably sheltered, wasn't allowed to, you know what I mean, be whoever they wanted to be, dress however they wanted. You know what I mean? The world was told to like, oh, be a man. You know what I mean? From or whatever the fuck from the get-go, so it becomes that whole thing where they overcompensate for the childhood they didn't have. You know what I mean? Because childhood affects people, like, I don't know psychology though, but like childhood affects people their entire life. You know what I mean? Like things that happen to you as a kid, you when you have kids or when you get older, still are like, oh man, this is a pet peeve of mine since I was like 10 or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
I can definitely agree with that. I mean, some of the things that it's that whole nature versus nurture kind of discussion, right? Where some of the things that I saw and that I went through as a kid, you know, I could have turned out to be a different person. And so, you know, some people say based on, you know, whatever theory you kind of go by and you support, if you knew the things that I went through as a kid and the childhood I had, they would say, well, you should have turned out to be this type of person, this type of man, this type of husband, this type of father. And so, you know, and it just didn't turn out that way. Now, yeah, some of the things you mentioned, like overcompensating, like I'm very affectionate with my kids because tough love would be we could say tough love, but there's a difference between tough love and some of the you know, some kids went through. So I got tough love, and then I got other stuff. But yeah, so I mean, it's in that sense I kind of do, but bro, some of these parents, I don't know if it's overcompensation. I don't know if it's like taking political correctness to an extreme.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's more the case with that, where I've noticed it, or I've seen clips or read articles and seen parts of like I guess documentaries, but I don't get it. I mean, they're free to raise their kids however they want, like, and that's great, open about whomever, but you're kind of confusing a child from the beginning. Just be a good parent, and kind of when your child is getting to that age where they're really starting to develop and they're starting to comprehend who they're becoming, then support them in that person that they're going to be. I just don't think that as a 4-year-old you send your boy, you know, your 4-year-old in dresses, and because that's what he wants to wear, and then but then he grows, as he gets older, that's not really who he is. Like, he's a boy that's like heterosexual,
and 4-year-old,
confusing them. And so as parents, I'm like, yeah, there's political correctness to like the nth degree that's a little too far, you know. But
who am I? Political correctness is like,
you know? So
political thing, right? Because we've talked about it before. Like, people make the mistake of what political correctness actually is. It's more like political correctness is like censoring the path that you think you should take, right? Where you as a parent, you're setting the path for your child. You're not, because LGBTQ plus community is in the news, and you want to like overcompensate. Oh, my child isn't going to be a person who hates gays and stuff like that, so I'm going to make sure they understand you know what I mean, this, that, and the third. That's political correctness. Political correctness isn't, you know what I mean, just because you don't like mean words. Political correctness is like, I'm going to make sure whatever outside of these parameters, you know what I mean, is never said to my child, and they never experienced it. You know what I mean? Where like this person is going to live, this person is going to understand that everything is okay. You know what I mean? Or nothing is okay. Like that level of, that's political correctness. Extremes. So there's absolutely those people, right? Like, those are the extremes of people, just like the anti-vaxxers, you know what I mean? And shit like that. Like, that's political correctness, because you read one article one time about one flu shot, but it wasn't a scientist, and he just latched onto that. What is that?
It was Jenny McCarthy.
Exactly. Like, you read that one article one time where you saw one interview, you were like, oh, I don't like vaccinations. All right, well then why the fuck do we have polio, measles, mumps, and rubella making a comeback? Because you're not vaccinating your child. You're actually putting the greater population at risk because your own ignorance. Whatever. Right. Earth is not flat. Let's just end all this shit, right? So it's weird. Political correctness is this weird thing, man. But it's weird to me. Like, getting back to the original topic, like, it's weird to me, like, how as non-parents of a person, we're like, oh, you're making them do this. Like, yo, man, the only thing you make your kid do sometimes is like clean their room and take out the trash if you're lucky. Like, you you can't make a kid think whatever they want to think. And when you're doing that, you're taking away their innocence. Because let's be honest, John, like us as kids, we're probably the most innocent we've ever been. We've probably been our most genuine selves, right? Yeah. You get older, you learn that this type of person can hurt your feelings, so you recognize those traits and you compartmentalize those issues and you move on. Like as everything you go through, it changes you little by little, so on and so forth. When you're a kid, you don't know shit from shit. So if you're a parent, like, you shouldn't make your kid, you know what I mean? You shouldn't set the parameters of what your kid should be tolerant and non-tolerant of. Let them make their own decisions. If they make non-tolerant choices, you sit them down and be like, yo, look, what you did here wasn't cool, and this is why, so on and so forth. You know what I mean? But again, like, I don't think I have to be a parent to, like, know, you know, I guess different parents have different moral compasses. You know what I mean? So, like, you kind of realize what's wrong, right or wrong, and it's like, yo, man, listen, man. Listen, Javi, listen, Tony, this ain't cool, bro. Let me tell you why this isn't cool. You sit them down. You don't have it doesn't have to become a tough love situation. You know what I mean? You learn from how you were spoken to as a kid to how you're gonna talk to your kids. Like, okay, I know getting yelled at or getting my ass beat didn't get the reactions out of me that I wanted. All it did was like, okay, I'm never gonna do that shit again. But it didn't teach me how or why I should never do those things again. But yeah, man, like, dude, like Magic Johnson has a gay child. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like, you know what I mean? So it happens. And he didn't come out and support it because Magic Johnson grew up in a different time. Right. Like, now is a different time where that belief in yourself and your truth in you is more accepted. And that's not a bad thing, bro. Like, people killed themselves because of this shit. Like, this isn't something to just be like, well, you know what I mean? Like, oh, he's not really gay. This is their parents forcing their Hollywood elitism on them or some dumb shit. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Who would choose that? Who?
Bro, that's a hell of a conspiracy theory. I mean,
you know what I mean?
Jesus Christ, to put your 11-year-old for that.
Yeah, dude, like, you don't understand the level of the level of dark comments that you see, like, under, like, Sports Center or SB Nation or Bleacher Report. You know what I mean? Like, all those sports media outlets, like, because the comments can be anybody.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, or be like, they're like making fun of a child. Like, I'm not gonna repeat most of that shit. I'm not gonna repeat any of it.
No, I've gone and you get lost. It's like YouTube, right? You get lost in the comments, and I'll watch a quick clip or read an article, and then really the interesting part is in the comments, and you just see how sick, or like, I'm like, what are these people doing? Do you not have a job? Do you not have somebody who loves you that you talk like this crazy shit? Like, just, do you need a hug, man? Like, come on. Like, what is going on? Dude, one, if you're a dude and you're talking this crazy shit, you need to go get your shit clipped, because you definitely shouldn't have any kids. That's for sure.
Exactly.
But it's like some of the crazy, and sometimes I feel like, damn, I want to get in there and say something. I'm like, you know what? What's that gonna do? It's just gonna put my name and possibly link my Google or my Facebook profile to comments, and then people are gonna start responding. I'm like, I don't need to do that. That's you read it and I feel a certain way. And I'm like, God, I want to say something, but there's nothing good comes of putting anything in that comment section anywhere.
No.
And
dude, I wanted to make so many comments. Yeah, I wanted to make so many comments. I wanted to do so many clapbacks. I was like, yo, how big of a man are you that you're bashing a child, bro?
Yeah.
Like, a child. Like, at the end of the day, like, whatever you believe is your belief. This isn't what this conversation is about. We'll never have those conversations. Right? But dude, like, you're bashing a child, son? Like, that's what we're doing now? Like, the internet is a dark, dark place. And the comments are terrible, bro. Like, you're bashing somebody else's child. Like, what the fuck are we talking about, man?
Look, this is I'm a straight dude, Latino, right? So we grew up in the whatever. We grew up grew up in Miami, even though it was more accepted, right? Or at least people were more it's more accepted down there. But still, like, we grew up in the 90s. We're Latinos, so we come from that culture where, like, Latinos are just homophobic. That's what it is. Like,
homophobic to the point where, bro.
Right, to the point where, like, if you know someone that's gay, if you, like, let's say your parents know a gay dude, whatever, right? they don't want their kids going around them because they think that they got to do something to their kids. I'm like, he's not a fucking pedophile. He's just gay. Like, what is wrong with you? How close-minded are you? And but that's how Latinos are. Has it changed? I don't know because I live in Ohio now, but I'm pretty sure not much has changed in the minority community. Both, at least not in that generation. Maybe our generation, maybe the younger generations. There's open-mindedness.
Like I said, I think like our parents' age of people still have a difficult time because they were further entrenched in the the Catholic Church, within the Catholic Church, which is weird because the Catholic Church is surrounded by pedophiles, right? Little strange.
No, they don't like gay people, but their pedophile priests are just kind of shift them around the board and move them to another place.
Yeah. Dude, you ever seen that movie Daylight? Is it Daylight? From the Boston Globe, where like that's the first article that they out the entire Catholic Church of like how the same pastor or pope, whatever the fuck, was like just moving to different churches and like living on in these gay pray the gay away things and shit like that. It's so awesome. I think it might be on Netflix or Amazon Prime. Definitely check it out, bro. It's a great fucking movie. But yeah, dude, like, look, we grew up with like the guy at the video store. You know what I mean? Right. Like at the next to the 7. Like mind you, my mom. Yeah, I'm not gonna say his name. You know what I mean? Like that's nobody's fucking business. But like my mom, you know what I mean? My mom was best friends with him. Like my mom always had like gay guy friends, and she was never like, oh, like that. But you know what I mean? As she's gotten older and she like got more and more into the church, she's gonna be like, oh well, you know what I mean? I'll pray for them, like that. You know what I mean? Like that type of shit. Like, mom, like you would go out, like, you know what I mean? Like you would go out drinking with them. Like actually, like as people get older, they tend to get more conservative, and shit like that. So, and especially like if you're more interested in the church, you know what I mean? You have the church view of it. Like you kind of forget that they're people too. You know what I mean? And it's not just like my mom. Like it's just in general. You know what I mean? Like overall, like, hey man, like let's settle down here, and understand that people are people, bro.
Yeah, but that's where they come from, right? Like I'll pray for them. Like you don't need to pray for them. They're running a business. They're good. They love who they are. Dude, they're a good person. They're running a business. Like they don't need prayers.
They don't need prayers. They're doing all right. They figured it out. They figured all that out in spite of all the challenges that they faced, being so open about it in a time where we grew up in a very progressive city. You know what I mean? But it was also, you also had extreme homophobia with all the different Latin cultures, right? Like, because the Cubans are different than the Puerto Ricans are different than the Hondurans are different than the Guatemala. Like, you know what I mean? You could go down the line. People listening to this, like, yo, there's all those kinds of Hispanics. Yeah, man, there's more than just Mexicans, bro. There's all a lot of us motherfuckers.
Rice and beans, all of them.
All of them motherfuckers eat rice and beans, just different kinds, man. We all just make different kind of arroz con pollo, come mierda, que son unos estúpidos, carajo. But yeah, man, like you grow up in that, and you know what I mean? Even as a kid, like you would say like the F word, you know what I mean? You say us like, yo, stop that, but you know what I mean? The F word, that shit. You would say all these words. Like I'm not trying to say because it's not. I say gay ass shit, whatever. You know. I'll say. I don't think I've even called you like all the shit we talk. I don't even think I called you that. It's just GW. You know what I mean? Like it's like, but again, like dude, like think about how crazy that is, right? When we were kids, we say that shit all the time. All the time. And like I don't know at what point I stopped saying it. You know what I mean? Like because I don't ever remember like some like a gay person like stopping me like, yo man, you shouldn't say that. Like that's never happened. Like one point I was like, yo man, this is stupid. Like I shouldn't say this.
Yeah,
just leave that word out of it.
I just became kind of like aware, right? Like you're like, there are gay people. Someone's going to take offense to this. Like someone's going to feel bad that I'm saying this to insult a friend of mine, even if it's just like, even if we're just joking around. And you just kind of grow up, right, and stop saying that stuff.
Yeah, and I like same thing with like the N word, like the N word, obviously not with the ER, but you know what I mean. Grow up saying that shit all the time. Nah, this guy, like you know what I mean. Like
all people,
yeah.
Not with the ER, by the way. Definitely not with the ER.
No, never, ever. But that was a conversation.
That was me. It would be me and our white friends, black friends, Latino friends, and that's how we spoke to each other, right? Yeah. And you kind of, and that's another thing. You know what? Like, I'm like, what am I doing using that word? Like, I'm looking at myself in the mirror, like, doing? Like, just stop it. And he just grew out of it. I also grew out of like wearing mosquito pants and all that shit. So
you did wear mosquito pants, bro. You wore mosquito pants with like you wore fucking diesel shoes, bro.
Rocked the shit out of mosquito. Damn right. That's right.
Damn,
this dude with the blue sweater. That's right. Used to rock the mosquito pants.
Bro. I rock Jinkos. I loved here. So I was thinking about this.
Like I couldn't rock Jinkos.
Yeah, no, you can. Your feet were too small. It looked weird. But what I love, Jinkos were so innovative because they were the first jeans that were wide leg. Like I didn't like if the fucking rocker ones were like this wide. You know what I mean? And you wore like lugs boots. And you wore lugs boots under them and shit like that. You know what I mean? Your fucking pants swung like this. Like I just like the regular wide leg, right? Now as I've gotten older, I'm a bigger fan of joggers, like or like the you know what I mean, like the tight ankle thing. You know what I mean? Like where I was like, what the fuck? I used to hate these when I was a kid. Like now, like
like last year, and now I have like 3 of them.
What joggers?
Jesus, telemarketers, calm down.
Dude, I'm trying to think. I have at least 9 pairs of joggers, like sweats, and like 5 or 6 like pants, because they make them pants too, right? And they just they're more comfortable. They just look better. Like I like those, you know what I mean? I like
pants, like slim, and I have like maybe 3 or 4 joggers, but I don't have. I've seen the jogger pants. That's all Javi wants to wear. That's all he's got.
Yeah,
joggers and the pants.
Dude, they're comfortable as shit. Like they're like I bought some jogger. Like I bought them, you know what I mean? Like they're comfortable as shit. But like I'm thinking back like 20 years ago, I would punch myself in the face if I saw myself wearing this. You know what I mean? Like because I wore Jinkos, I wore the wide leg.
Yeah, talking about the video store. The video store. I remember I used to like people come in with those tight jeans or whatever. I'd be like, man, why is that dude wearing nut huggers? What is wrong with that dude? How do they breathe? And now I got joggers.
On some real shit, like yo, that's some gay ass shit. Them jeans are tight as fuck. What the fuck are they doing? Like I wouldn't never sag, but I just because my mom would whoop my ass, I always wore a belt. But like I sag a little bit. You know what I mean? I sag a little bit. I mean, just a little bit, and like I would never wear like jeans that were that tight. Like it was never my thing. Now joggers aren't like. I'm not saying like I wear like the skin tight ones because I mean I'm a big dude. I'm fat. Like it would look weird. So I just wear like I just like them tight like at the bottom because you know what I mean. I feel like you can see my shoes better. I mean I got a huge selection of sneakers. So that's what I got. First of all, I have top 5 ankles. If we're gonna be honest about this shit, I have. My ankles are in the top 5. Is all I'm saying. I don't know what top 5 on whose list, but they're in the top 5 somewhere. Could be top 5 worst ankles of all time, but in my mind, they're in the top 5 best ankles of all time. Speaking of a top 5, I feel like we covered that pretty good, right? Like live your truth, man, and don't be a dick to children. Like if there's a chancleta moment, that's it right there, bro. Grow the fuck up. These are kids that you're fucking mocking, man. What type of dark life do you live, bro?
Yeah. We covered it as good as 2 straight men can cover talking about LGBTQ plus. That's, I mean, because all it comes down to is like just treat other people decently. Like we're human beings, right? We got to live with each other. If someone's doing something like and they want to be,
don't be a dick.
They are, and it's not affecting you. Then what's it matter to you? Live your life. Let them live theirs.
That's another thing I've never understood, bro. Like people go on these rants and all this shit, and you know what I mean? Like, dude, like, how does that affect anything in your life? Anything? Like, I'm proud of Dwyane Wade, but it doesn't, you know what I mean? Of his support, like, it's weird thing to even say. Like, I'm proud of Dwyane Wade for like fully supporting his child. Like, what kind of credit is that? You know what I mean? Like he's completely in love with his children and supports them wholeheartedly. And I'm supposed to give him a pat on the back, like he's being a fucking father. Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
that's what he should be doing. Yet people are bashing them because he's doing what a father should be doing, which is supporting their kid. Go figure.
Yeah, Like think about the black community that gets ostracized and like demonized for like, oh, the fathers are never there. Now you're gonna attack him when he's fully supporting his child, like, and he's present and he has full custody with him and Gabrielle Union. What are we talking about here, bro? What the fuck are we talking about? The man fully supports his kid, man. Give the man credit, man. And yo, for real, all those fucking people that attack a child can eat an entire bag of dicks, just an entire bag. Like a sack full of dicks, man. Fuck out of here, bro. Speaking of a sack full of dicks, did you see? Hey, bitch, I'm talking to you. Did you see?
I got Javi who wants to say goodnight, I think.
Oh, okay.
In the middle of the podcast.
You.
Come on, love you.
Hey, man, we do it live, baby. All right. Hey, man, put a shirt on, man. Put a shirt on. I'm going to sleep with your chest out. Yo, hey, why has he got a bigger chest than you, though, bro? What's going on here, man?
Hey, nah, don't. He can't hear you. No. Don't let him. Don't let that get to his side. He can't hear you, so it's all right. He's already.
Fine, but you know what?
That like at least once a week.
The 8 people who listen to this podcast would have heard that. So fuck that shit. They'll know your son has a bigger chest than you.
All right.
Speaking of an entire bag of dicks, let's get to this Houston Astros bullshit, bro. Did you see? Was that first of all? Was that the owner of the Astros that said that stupid ass shit?
Yeah.
So that tells you that motherfucker knew, right? Shouldn't they just be banned for the entire season and giving up their fucking title?
It depends, right? I've watched a lot of these shows today, and a couple of the LA journalists were definitely in favor of that, right? Because it cost the Dodgers a title or two.
The Yankees too, though.
And the Yankees, yeah, exactly. So, so I can understand where they're coming from, but at that point, I don't believe in taking that title away. I think, and this isn't an excuse for the Astros. I think everyone's doing it, right? The Astros just took it to a different level, and they got caught. And at that point, like, if you're going to apologize. The owner, who supposedly didn't know that this was going on because it was player-led, and I think the manager knew about it, right? AJ Hinch, and it was player-led. The owner supposedly was unaware, right?
Right.
And so Manfred, the commissioner for MLB, kind of excused the owner, said he had no culpability. They also weren't going to hold the players accountable, which is crazy because it was a player-led thing. And then the two guys, and I was so – there was one guy, I forget his name, right? Was it Brogman? Their third baseman or something? He's out there talking like this, like Mr. Burns, and someone called him out looking like Mr. Burns, giving this long like a 15-second speech, and he made it last like 2 minutes because he was just speaking so slowly, pausing so much between, like, he would say 2 to 3 words and then speak again. There'd be a gap like that. And dude, it wasn't rehearsed. Like, their PR person, it was a PR fucking shitstorm. Their PR person didn't prep these guys. So it was the third baseman and Altuve, and Altuve just didn't seem. And I'm on the Altuve, but I'm on the Altuve like friggin'.
So he's a right?
Yeah. So I got to stick with the short people, and he's Venezuelan. So I'm with Altuve all day, and he's a beast. He doesn't need to be stealing signs, but if you look at his numbers, he hit a lot more home runs in Houston when he knew what pitch was coming, as opposed to when he was on the road. They all did, and I mean that could be
the entire team.
Yeah, and of course he can say, okay, well that's what home field advantage is, right? That's fine.
No,
but he just didn't seem kind of like there was any real remorse there. It's and the owner, the questions I don't know who that reporter was, but she asked him if he thinks if what he did affected competition, and he clearly says no. And then she asked him, well, if it didn't affect competition, then what are you apologizing for? And he goes, I never said that. Dude, I was like, dude, you just said that. Like, everyone, they caught you. You're on camera, your audio. It was 10 seconds ago. And then he just says, well, we are apologizing. And I thought he was going to say because we got caught. And he said, we're apologizing because we broke the rules, which means essentially because we got caught. That's what you're apologizing for. Yeah. And I don't think they should take back, those titles. They're going to have an asterisk, just like the Black Sox from like the 1930s.
Well, the Red Sox too, right? There was rumors that the Red Sox did the same shit the year before.
Yeah, I mean, and you know what? And what do we know about what the Astros did in 2018 or even this past year when they made it to the World Series and they ended up losing to? I mean, obviously they didn't do anything this year, right? Because they lost all their home games to Washington. They won on the road, but they didn't win anything at home. So maybe they decided to stop cheating after 2017 or 2018. Who knows?
No, wasn't it this year? I thought it was this year that they won. They won. They lost every game on the road and then won every game at home, and that home field advantage.
No, to Washington.
Yeah, Washington didn't. Man, I don't watch baseball, so I just been watching this shit. Who won the World Series? Was it Washington?
Yeah, Washington. They played in Houston, and they played the first 2 games in Houston, and Washington won the first 2, and then they went to DC and they played the next 3 over there, and Houston won 3 in a row, and then they came back to Houston, and Houston lost. Yeah, so they didn't win any of their home games in the World Series. Neither team did.
That's what. Yeah, fuck. That cheating shit is crazy though, dude. Let me tell you about this shit before we First of all, baseball. Why are we talking? That's the most 2 minutes I've ever talked baseball in the last 15 years, bro. That's since the fucking
for baseball. It's relevant. We're talking about it, and spring training hasn't started. In October, and they're still getting attention. So they had to do something because they don't have anyone that's really charismatic like to represent the game, right? They just don't.
Nobody.
They're an old school sport. They're trying to change the playoff rules. I don't know if you read about that, where like more teams get into the playoffs, and then the top teams get to like a reality TV type of show where the top seeds get to select the wild card team that they're going to play in the playoffs. Like that's the kind of gimmick that they're going to because they're trying to get attention and do something fun and exciting. But that's like, yeah, some things you just got to keep. Like that's just kind of crazy talk to me. Like, yeah, baseball has an image problem, but I don't think that's the way you fix it.
No, definitely not. And I could give a fuck less about the playoffs, obviously, because I thought the Houston Astros that won the last World Series lets you know how much I give a fuck. Real quick, man, before we get off this shit, did you see? You know the All-Star game is this weekend for basketball, right? Yeah. It's All-Star weekend. Did you see how bad Giannis drafted his team, bro? Have you seen his roster?
I heard they were making fun of him because they mentioned that it essentially looks like Giannis just picked like his best friends and he drafted a horrible roster.
Horrible, bro. Dude, here's you know who isn't on Giannis's team? James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Damian Lillard. Well, it's Devin Booker, Anthony Davis. Name all the actual All-Stars, because there's All-Stars, then there's those other guys, right? Let's be real about this shit. Right. There isn't 30 or 24 All-Stars in the NBA. There's 10, and then there's 14 other dudes,
right?
That have a good half a season, right? Like Jimmy Butler, love him, great Heat player. He's not an All-Star. He's not a guy he's not box office, right? LeBron's team is super stacked, and then like it's a whole weird setup where like the first 2 quarters don't count, but the third one does, and then they set yeah, dude, like it's confusing and shit. Like my boy Danny talked to me about it. And like I saw it all over Bleacher Report, like the first 2 quarters, the points are scrapped, and then in the fourth quarter, dude, it's confusing as fuck, bro. Try to find that shit because you have faster internet than me, and I'll just keep talking. But yeah, dude, it's the fucking.
Right now, but yeah, what?
Read the rosters out. Read Team LeBron's.
Yeah, Team LeBron is obviously LeBron, Anthony Davis, Kawhi, Luka Doncic, and James Harden. That's a world beater right there. Let's see. Let me see the starters for Team Giannis. We got Antetokounmpo, Joel Embiid, who just likes to complain a lot. Siakam, who's I mean, all right. Kemba Walker, Trae Young. Yeah, but I'd say that'd be an awesome team if they made it to the finals, but not to play against this team that LeBron put together.
Yeah.
What? And then even the reserves, like what was this dude thinking? Yeah. I don't know.
Dude, like I want to see Anthony Davis versus LeBron. It's only one game. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to see the best versus the best, not the best versus
these other guys that play in the league. And Giannis.
Yeah, these other guys that are all right. You know what they are? Here's the thing, right? What those other guys are, and again, these are athletes to the highest level. They could all dunk all over me. You know what I mean? Like these are all better given. But these are like the effort guys. You know what I mean? the guys that have to like, you know what I mean? That it isn't. It's not gonna say natural because they all have incredible work ethic and all that shit, but they're not. James Harden is a better player than everybody on Team Giannis's. Just James Harden, except Giannis. That's it.
You know, I'll tell you what. You know what? Kemba Walker gets no love because of where he's played.
No.
Kemba Walker is a hell of a player.
He's a solid player. He's a solid player, but Kyrie Irving's a better player, right? Kyrie Irving, Kemba Walker's a better team player, but Kyrie Irving and an actual all-star. I don't even know if he's on the fucking roster because he might have another shoulder injury that he's out for another 15 fucking years.
Yeah, exactly. So like at that point, I don't count Kyrie because like what you're gonna get one good season every 3 out of Kyrie. Like Kemba Walker has been a stud for a long time, man, and he was because nobody the entire team, and no one sees him play. Yeah, and he's in Boston now, I think, but
he's with Boston. But yeah, man, dude. Like I saw that shit, I was like, my God, I could have picked a better team. Because it's still, if you look at the roster, it's still East versus West. You got Kawhi and LeBron on the same team. Are you fucking kidding me? Can they do like a trade the day of and send Trae Young over to him, and we or whatever the fuck Team Giannis gets like Luka Doncic and Kawhi or some shit like that? Because that's terrible, bro.
This is
terrible.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not excited to see that. Like, obviously, LeBron's team's gonna win. Like, obviously, it wasn't even close last year. Shit, what the fuck is going on, man? I don't know. I got Derrick Jones in the slam dunk contest though from the Miami Heat, baby. D-double-J.
Man, I have not watched an All-Star game in years.
I usually watch the fourth quarter. So
yeah, man, I haven't cared for them for a long time now. I don't know why. Like all this exhibition stuff, it's never. I don't know. It's like watching Real Madrid play. Like it's not really interesting.
Hey, watch your fucking mouth. Hey now, watch your fucking mouth. By the way, the week of our next Clásico, we're gonna talk some shit that week because your Barcelona team is. I'm not gonna say they're not looking good because they still have Messi, so they still have a chance. But as far as Champions League that starts next week, I don't know about Champions League, bro. I don't know. I mean, they're both out of Copa del Rey, so it doesn't matter which is the least important tournament. But bro, this whole fucking this Messi debacle and drama with the organization is. I think so. I think it's coming up soon. Yeah. I know next week for sure. Is Champions League. For sure. So I got a dark horse in Borussia Dortmund, man. I think their striker, that kid Erling Haaland, is a fucking monster. And they got an American on there, Gio Reyna, who's a monster, bro.
I forgot that name from
that's Claudio Reyna's son, bro.
That's probably why.
Gio Reyna's 17, bro. I think 17 or 18, and he's a fucking monster. With Erling Haaland, who's like fucking 19 or some shit, and that guy had like 6 goals in 2 games or some crazy shit. Like his first game, he had a hat trick in 20 minutes.
Jesus.
Yeah, he's a fucking monster, bro.
Yeah, we're
got anything else, man?
Barcelona and Real play March 1st.
Is that don't tell me it's like you know what I fucking hate about that game? It's not a 7 a.m. game, is it?
Let me see. I had it listed here. Let me go back. I think it says, is it 8? It says 3 p.m. and I think that's 3 p.m. our time. Yeah, 3 p.m. Eastern time on the 1st.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
And that's
a 6-hour
difference. That's good. That's good. Because they had one Real Madrid, they had one Clásico one year where it was like at 7 a.m. because it was 1 p.m. Like, what the fuck are you playing this game at 1? What the fuck is wrong with you, man? I got to be up early as shit. With the time difference, it could be like 6 a.m. Fuck out of here, man. This is a prime time game, man. I mean,
shit. Why are you playing at 1 o'clock? Wait till the sun goes down.
Yeah, exactly. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Day games shouldn't be allowed in fucking soccer, bro. It should all be night games. They all have their own stadium. The fuck is going on? You know what I mean? That's fucking stupid. But yeah, man. Oh shit, crazy story, bro. Before we end this shit, I had crazy traffic when I was coming home, right? Dude, fucking a trailer flipped over, had 19 cows.
Jesus.
That fucking that died, bro. So there was traffic for like miles and miles and miles and miles because you just see traffic for as long as your eyes go. Then a fucking trailer flipped over, 19 cows. That just lets you know how country I live, bro. That's what that.
So did you take that truck and just, like, get on the side of the road and just keep driving? Since you're in the country, just get on the dirt road and drive.
Actually, I got lucky. Like I saw the traffic, but I was just headed in the opposite direction. So I just saw like the trailer flipped over. Luckily, I didn't see like a bunch of like cow guts and brains and shit. That would have been fucked up. But I know it sounds fucked up, bro. It still kind of made me want a burger. You know what I mean? Like, oh damn. That's why I can never be eat more chicken, bro. Chick-fil-A sauce, baby. My brother. Sunday, I'll hit you up for what time because I got to talk to my cousin. And my cousin speaks fluent English, but I'll try to mix it up with some Spanish because I'm trying to get my Spanish game up to not sound so fucking Cuban. So, yeah,
entonces lo vamos a hacer en español.
Sí, lo vamos a hacer en español la mayoría del podcast, pero vamos a ver lo que pasa porque yo quiero hablar con él de la compañía que trabaja. Él trabaja con Adidas y Reebok en Panamá. He's always doing speeches and shit. So he's going to be great on this podcast, bro. Can't wait to have him on here, man. My cousin Josh Diaz. And I'll let him know that he's my favorite cousin. I know there's going to be other cousins who are going to be a little bit upset, especially Steven. He'll cry and shit. But, hey, man, Josh Diaz is the nicest cousin on the planet, bro. The nicest one. Easily. Sorry.
Plus, he's not a John Jones fan, so.
Plus, he's not a John Jones fan, so it's all good. I don't even know if he watches fights. I guess the fuck. He's like the guy in Panama that like knows everywhere to go. You know what I mean? For like all the best anything. I go, you want some good churrasco? You want some good pizza? Oh, I know the place. You know what I mean? He's that guy, and he'll take us like all that shit. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, that's
if you haven't been to Panama,
by the way, want to go to Panama? Yeah,
you have to go, bro. Like, start looking into it. Obviously, Japan is kind of the focus for right now for like the next year to save up for that. I'm thinking about maybe going for the Olympics because we don't want to. I don't know if I want to travel in May. I'll maybe travel like in June when the Olympics are there. So, maybe later on, maybe was it 2021? Like maybe early 2022, like for my birthday or some shit. Dude, that'll be my 38th birthday, John. 38, bro. 30 fucking 8. But you definitely, you and the kids and the wife definitely got to go to Panama, man. We could go as a group, bro, and you'll have a fucking ball, man. The only thing that sucks is the expensive of like renting a car because they have like a hidden fee where like it says it's like $80 for the week, but like they have like some non-refundable deposit that you got to do is like $500 or some shit.
They got to get you somehow.
Yeah, what the fuck is this, man? Oh, it's because you're uninsured here. I was like, what the fuck? What's $500 going to cover? And I can't get that money back if I don't have an accident?
What? Uninsured there? Like, they tried to pull that shit with me when I went to Europe, and I was like, nah, my city card right here insures this vehicle. Yeah. I'm not paying this fee.
Yeah.
And they're like, no. I'm like, yeah, look right here. I don't have to call the credit card company. I can't prepare it. Look at it right there. Take that fee off my damn, yeah.
And you definitely gotta rent an SUV because you want to like drive up mountains and shit like that. Like you don't want to get like a small car. An SUV is definitely the way to go. Like, we had one last time when we went. It was like me, my cousin Steven, my brother, and my mom. We got an SUV and it was perfect. We did a bunch of driving, and the driving is nice there, bro. It's all quiet. It's not like once you get out of the city traffic is fucking madness, right? But once you get out of there, bro, it's all open roads. I got pulled over the first time I went to Panama when I went with my wife. I got pulled over twice, and one time I had to bribe a cop, and the other time I had to let her know that I was actually from Panama, but I was back visiting and shit. Legit, bro. Like, I'll tell you the story real quick. So I'm going. First of all, it's in kilometers, right? So I'm American. This is miles per hour. I don't know how to fucking read this shit. So I'm driving and I'm speeding, right? Cop doesn't actually like get out of his car or get off his bike. He just like points at me, pulls me over. Get over, and we have cash, right? But we have all 20s, right? Because we hadn't broken it. So he's pulling me over. Like, oh man, where you coming from? You know what I mean? Where are you going? And I tell him whatever, like the town I was leaving and the town I'm going to. He's like, all right. He goes, man, I'm really hungry. Like, all right. Well, I was like, hey man, oye señor, entonces deberías comer. ¿Tienes algo para comida? And then my wife has all the money, you know what I mean? So she goes, how much should I give? I was like, I don't know, how much do we have? She's like, we have a lot of money.
Don't say that.
So I was like, oh. Yeah, like we said it in English, right? And then I was like, I don't know, give me a 20. Then I give him the 20, and he goes, okay, gracias, see you. Like, okay, we get back to my cousin's house in this town called Chame, right? Beautiful house. And I'm telling them the story, and they go, tú le diste $20, tú le diste 20 palos. Deberías darle 5.
Yeah.
Entonces, yo like, pero qué pinga, ¿a dónde ustedes me dijeron que la cantidad de plata que le tenía que dar un policía? Like, where the fuck did I get that briefing, bro? Nobody there was no PowerPoint presentation. Yeah, there's no PowerPoint presentation to tell me how much I should bribe a cop. The fuck is this shit?
Oh, man.
Fuck out of here, bro. Yeah, man. So that was my story. I have a lot of interactions with police, and I'm very happy that I've not been shot yet. That's pretty. I'm happy about that. Let's knock on wood. Let's not put anything into a manifesting thing, bro. All right, my brother. I'll see you on Sunday, man. Obviously, we'll talk between now and then. And let me know how fast it takes for you to download this shit, bro. Next thing you'll see is the end screen. Peace. Sunday.
Out.
Thanks for listening to the Man Chatter Podcast with your host, as always, Ben Borges. Till next time, peace.